All right, let's dive into something pretty cool. We're going to be looking at 10, count them, 10 completely free online tools
Wow.
that can seriously help your business. And, we're not just going to list them off.
Right.
We're going to really dig into why they matter, thanks to some great insights from software consultant and AI enthusiast Vinish Kapoor.
I think what's really interesting about this set of tools is that it covers such a wide range of needs. Like whether you're, struggling with invoices, trying to make your brand look really good, or even, and this is where it gets fun,
I like fun.
testing your intuition. Like there's
Okay, hold on.
something here for everyone.
Intuition test. All right. You got me hooked, but
Yeah.
let's start with something a little bit more down to earth. I think we've all spent way too much time messing around with quotations and invoices, right?
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't?
Is there any way to make this less painful?
Totally. There's this site, webutility.io, and they have a couple of tools, a quotation maker and an invoice generator that just take all the headache out of this.
This is necessary evil.
It is.
What-
But you can have customizable templates so your invoices actually match your brand.
Right.
You have automatic tax and discount calculations so you don't make any, silly mistakes.
Always a good thing.
And they even have multi-currency support. So if you work internationally,
Wow.
you're all set.
That would be amazing.
Right.
No more late nights.
No more spreadsheets.
Struggling with spreadsheets. Okay, so speaking of making things look good, what about creating a whole brand identity?
Yeah.
I mean, that can be so overwhelming,
Oh, it's
especially for startups or
Yeah.
those of us who aren't designers
right.
by trade.
Exactly. But there's a free tool for that too. It's called the Business Identity Generator. And it's so much more than just a logo maker.
Okay.
You can make business cards, letterheads,
Wow.
even, those little favicons for your website.
Yeah.
And they all look like they go together. And you can customize the colors, the fonts, everything to really make it feel like your brand.
I love that. It's
Yeah.
it's like having a design team right there in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this next one, this might be good for people like me who think faster than they type, Dictation online.
Yeah.
Tell me it's as good as it sounds.
It is. It is. Just imagine being able to, get down ideas, notes from a meeting, brainstorming just by talking.
Mm-hmm.
So dictation online will turn your speech into text, as you're talking.
Real time.
Yeah, real time. Perfect for those brainstorming sessions if you're on the move and you want to get something down quickly.
Right.
Or even, when you just don't feel like typing.
Well, yeah.
Dictate that email.
I'm sold.
Right.
Okay. This one threw me for a loop. A random phone number generator. I mean, help me out here. Why is this on the essential business tools list?
Okay, so think about it this way. In the world we live in today, there's data everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So developers, they need phone numbers that look real to test their apps. Marketers, sometimes they need them for campaigns.
Right.
Researchers, they use them sometimes to keep people's information private when they're collecting data. So this tool just generates these phone numbers
Makes sense.
in all different formats, from all different countries, and it just saves so much time and effort.
See, that's the thing. It's like at first glance, you're like, why would I ever need this? But it solves a pretty common problem for a lot of businesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's talk about something we probably all struggle with. Looking really polished and professional in all of our communication.
They're right important.
It is.
So we've got two tools that can really help with that.
Okay.
The AP-style case converter makes sure all your writing follows the rules for capitalization and abbreviations.
So it's proper.
It's proper,
Yeah.
which is,
Especially for anything public facing.
super important.
Physicality, right?
And then there's the LinkedIn text formatter that helps you make your posts,
Stand out.
stand out with bolding, italics,
Oh, yeah.
formatting. So they really grab people's attention.
It's like the little things.
It is the little thing.
That make a difference.
They really do.
So we've got tools for finances. We got tools for branding. Got tools for writing. What about making sense of all the data?
Oh, good point.
I mean,
Because data's everywhere.
data's everywhere, yeah.
It's really important to be able to see that data, visualize it to understand it.
Uh-huh.
And we've got a tool called CSV to chart that makes it so easy. Take that raw data from your spreadsheet, pick the type of chart you want.
Pie chart, bar graph.
Exactly. Download it as a PNG, and boom, you can put it in a report, presentation, website. And suddenly, information that was really complicated,
Boring in a spreadsheet.
is easy to understand.
Beautiful.
Beautiful and impactful.
Okay. Now, for the tool that had me, like, scratch my head a little bit, the intuition test.
Yeah,
I get it. Gut feelings are important.
they are.
But how does this fit into, like, the whole business world?
Here's the thing. Data and logic are super important.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes you got to make quick decisions, right?
Yeah.
Or you just don't have all the information. And that's where your intuition comes in.
That gut feeling.
Uh-huh. So this tool makes you predict coin flips.
Yeah, okay.
Which sounds kind of random.
It does.
But it helps you kind of see how good is your intuition.
Really?
And how is it affecting your choices? Not just in business, but, life in general.
So it's like training that inner voice.
Exactly.
It sometimes gets drowned out by all the
noise.
the data and the
data. All that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Back to something practical. Extract pages from PDF tool.
Oh, this one's a lifesaver.
I think this solves a problem.
It does.
Everyone has.
We've all been there. You got this huge PDF.
Yeah.
You're scrolling, trying to find the one page you need. This tool just takes that away.
Just what you need.
You get the pages you need. It's so much easier, and you save so much time.
Okay, this list is already a game changer.
It is.
We've covered so much.
We have
streamlining financial tasks to like tapping into our intuition. But there's one more tool on the list, and this one brings AI into the mix.
Yeah. This one's almost like peeking into the future of business.
Ooh.
It's the AI tools directory. It's got all these incredible AI tools, resources, and it shows how much potential AI has.
That's awesome.
Right.
All right, before we jump into that,
Yeah.
let's take a minute and think about everything we've learned so far. We've got tools to make us more efficient, more professional, and maybe even a little more intuitive.
A little more in tune with ourselves.
Right. Okay.
And this is just the beginning. These tools just give you a little taste of what's out there.
I'm already feeling inspired to go try some of these out.
I know, me too.
But one question I have is, like, how did Vinish even come up with this amazing collection? I think we need to hear from the man himself.
I agree. Stay tuned, because next time we're going to be talking to Vinish Kapoor himself. He's the mastermind behind all these tools, the AI tools directory.
This is going to be good.
All that good stuff. Welcome back. I'm still thinking about that list of tools.
Me too.
What really struck me is how they tackle, the real problems businesses have every day, no matter how big or small they are, what industry they're in.
Yeah, it's like Vinish put together a whole toolbox for all those little headaches that can just suck up your time.
Exactly.
For example, we know how important it is to make a good first impression.
Oh, huge.
Especially in business.
Right. Absolutely.
And the business identity generator is it's like having a secret weapon.
It is.
To create that professional, cohesive look.
Yeah, when your logo and your business cards and your website all have that same design, it builds trust.
It does.
Right, with clients.
It's like saying we take ourselves seriously.
It does.
And you should too.
Exactly.
So speaking of professionalism, those writing tools.
Yeah.
In today's world, it's so easy to let those little details slip.
It is, because everything's so fast.
Right.
But the AP-style case converter and the LinkedIn text formatter, those can really help us step up our writing game.
Level up.
The AP-style one, make sure you're using all the right capitalization abbreviations.
Yeah.
It might seem small, but it shows you care about the details.
It does, yeah.
And quality.
Right.
And then on LinkedIn, that formatter helps your posts just jump out.
Because nobody wants to read a big wall of text.
Nobody. But when you see something that's formatted well, the important points are bold, you're going to pay attention and you're going to remember it.
Right.
And that makes a huge difference in how people see you.
It does.
And your business. Okay, changing gears a little bit. Let's talk about data.
Oh, yeah.
Data's everywhere these days.
Everywhere.
But it can be hard to really understand it, right?
Yeah. I mean, just looking at a spreadsheet can be so
overwhelming.
Yes, overwhelming. But you talked about this CSV to chart tool.
Yeah.
And I'm already thinking about, taking all those numbers and rows and columns, turning it into something beautiful.
It's like magic. You take that raw data and you turn it into a story that people can actually see and understand.
Yeah.
Imagine a chart showing how your sales have changed
over time, or
what kind of people are your customers.
Right.
And all of a sudden, those numbers, they mean something.
They make sense.
And you see things you might have missed before.
It's the difference between telling somebody something and showing them, right?
It is.
And that's powerful.
Especially when you're talking to clients,
Uh-huh.
investors, even your own team.
Right.
Speaking of powerful, let's go back to the intuition test.
Okay.
I'm still kind of wrapping my head around how it fits into business, you know?
Yeah.
It's a really cool tool that makes us think about how we make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Data and analysis, those are super important.
Yes.
But sometimes we got to make choices fast,
Yeah.
or we don't have all the facts. That's when intuition takes over.
So it's not like we're ignoring logic?
No,
Right.
no. But we're saying gut feelings can be helpful,
Yeah.
especially when there's no right answer.
It's almost like entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
They have a vision
They do.
that nobody else sees.
It's intuition.
Or leaders who make these big decisions based on a hunch,
Yeah.
and they turn out to be right.
That's intuition.
It's like this hidden superpower we all have,
Yeah.
but we don't always know how to use. So this tool,
It helps you train it,
yeah,
which is really important in the business world because things move so fast.
they do.
All right, let's get back to something practical.
Yeah.
Okay. That extract pages from PDF tool,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
it might seem simple,
But I think
but everybody needs it.
it solves a problem for everyone.
We've all been there. You got this huge PDF.
Mhm.
You can't find what you need.
Scrolling forever?
This tool fixes that. You get the pages you want. It's so much easier, more efficient.
It's like decluttering your computer.
Your digital life.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of making things easier, let's talk about the AI tools directory.
Okay.
This is like a window into the future. All these tools that can do things automatically.
Okay.
Analyze data in ways we couldn't even imagine before.
Really?
And even help us predict what's going to happen next.
Wow.
This is happening right now. This isn't like some sci-fi movie.
It is kind of mind-blowing.
It is
And
a little intimidating.
A little bit like, how do we even begin to
Yeah, how do we even
wrap our heads around?
wrap our heads around all this stuff, right? That's where Vinish comes in.
So,
Next time we get to talk to the guy who created all this amazing stuff, I can't wait to hear what he has to say about the future of business.
welcome back. We are so excited to have the creator of this awesome toolkit with us today. So please join me in welcoming Vinish Kapoor, software consultant, AI enthusiast, and the brains behind these free online tools and the AI tools directory. Vinish, welcome to the show.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
We've been diving deep into these tools all day, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed with how practical and diverse they are. So what was the inspiration behind creating this kind of toolkit?
Well, you know, in my 20 years working with software, I've seen the struggles businesses go through.
Yeah.
From like the everyday stuff like invoicing
Yeah.
to the bigger challenges, building a brand, staying ahead of the game. And I wanted to make tools that could solve those problems in a way that anyone could use.
You definitely did that. And what's really cool is you didn't just focus on the obvious things, like the intuition test. That's not something you see every day. Tell us about that one.
I think we don't talk about intuition enough in business. We're all about data and logic, which are important.
Right.
But intuition, that gut feeling, is so important for making decisions, especially when you're under pressure or you just don't have all the facts. So the intuition test is kind of a fun way to explore that side of ourselves.
It's almost like you're saying it's okay to trust your gut, which can be so valuable. Speaking of valuable, the AI tools directory, another one of your projects that really caught our eye. What's your vision for how AI is going to change the business world in the next few years?
I think AI is already changing how we work, but we're just getting started. The AI Tools Directory is my way of showcasing all the amazing things happening in AI right now. AI can automate tasks, find insights and data we never could before, even help us predict the future.
It's like having a crystal ball for your business. But with all these new AI tools popping up all the time, it can be a little overwhelming. What advice would you give to someone who's just starting to explore AI?
My advice: just start trying things out. There are so many AI tools out there, many of them free or very affordable. Experiment, see what works for you, and don't be afraid to ask questions. The AI community is really helpful and welcoming.
That's great advice. Sometimes the tech world can seem scary, but it sounds like there's a lot of support out there. Vinish, this has been a fantastic conversation. We've just scratched the surface, but I'm already feeling so much more confident about using technology to grow my own business. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your insights.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And to all our listeners, we hope this deep dive has given you some great ideas and inspired you to try out these amazing free tools. Remember, even small changes can make a big difference in how efficient you are, how strong your brand is, and even how in tune you are with your own intuition. So go out there, experiment, and see what amazing things you can achieve.